Dave Boyack, CAA, past president. Dave Boyack considers it a pleasure and honor to have served for the past 3 years in the presidency of the UIAAA. Prior to serving in the presidency, Dave was a member of the executive committee for 5 years. One of the accomplishments of his tenure of service has been the creation of the annual UIAAA Invitational Cross-Country Meet that raises money to help boost student scholarships. In only their second year, the participation numbers have doubled. Hopefully, this meet, held in his hometown of Spanish Fork, will continue to grow and benefit the scholarship program. By serving with the UIAAA, Dave has been able to grow both personally and professionally as the athletic director at Maple Mountain High School. He has had the privilege of attending the national conference 5 times and has always come home refreshed and excited from lessons learned. His greatest joy, however, has come from the conferences put on by the NIAAA each year in St. George, even though they usually fall on the same week as his district's spring break. He has especially enjoyed the relationship the UIAAA has with the UHSAA. He believes these 2 organizations are a great asset to the student athletes in the state of Utah. He thanks everyone for this opportunity to serve. It has been one of the highlights of his life. Dave Boyack, CAA, past president. Tom Sherwood, Administrator of the Year. Tom Sherwood was born in Riverton, Utah, a city which, at that time, was a rural farming community. Growing up on his small family farm taught Tom the value of hard work and responsibility. After graduating from Bingham High, he served a mission for the LDS Church, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Upon returning from Brazil, he went to the University of Utah for a year, then to Dixie, where he met his future wife, Misty Rasmussen. They moved back and forth between St. George and the Wasatch Front several times in the first years of their marriage. Tom earned his Bachelor's of Science degree in Biology and Chemistry at Southern Utah University, and afterwards began teaching at Snow Canyon High School in St. George. He completed his Master of Science degree in School Administration at the University of Utah. After 7 years of teaching science at Bingham and Brighton High, he was placed as an assistant principal at Jordan High School in the fall of 2004. 4 years later, he was made the principal of Jordan High. This spring marks his 9th graduation as principal at Jordan High. He is currently working on a doctoral degree from Brigham Young University and hopes to finish next year. He has served on the UHSAA Executive Committee for 5 years and is very grateful for this honor. He knows that many of his peers work just as hard and are equally deserving of this award. Tom Sherwood, Administrator of the Year. James Edward, Distinguished Service. For the past 22 years, James has covered high school sports in some capacity for the Deseret News, and it's a fulfilling career that he looks forward to every new season. James's passion for high school sports began during his sophomore year at Olympus High School, and it's never left. Edward graduated from Olympus in 1994 and then the University of Utah in 1998. He was employed as a part-time scoreboarder at the Deseret News from 1995 to 1999 and was then hired as a full-time sports writer in 1999. James was promoted to high school sports editor in 2003, a title he has held for the past 14 years. James lives in Sandy and is married to the lovely Megan. They have 3 children, ages 8, 7, and 3. When it comes to Deseret News prep coverage, one of the core philosophies he's tried to establish is making the athletes feel special with their media coverage. Most will never play competitive sports beyond high school, so the Deseret News tries to make their high school career a fulfilling one from a media perspective. James says, "I believe we've achieved that over the past 15 years with our high school sports section at DeseretNews.com. Managing the content and data on that site and its evolution over the past decade is what I'm most proud of." James Edward, Distinguished Service. Renn Hoops, CAA, Meritorious Service. Reynold T. Hoops has been in education for 35 years. All of his life, his friends and family have called him Renn. Hoops grew up on a ranch in Star Valley, Wyoming, in the land of the free and the home of the Braves. After his mission to Florida, Renn came to Utah to attend Weber State University on a wrestling scholarship. He received a BS degree in physical education with a minor in history. His first teaching assignment was at Cedar High School. Shortly after that, he moved to the Morgan County School District. Hoops has worked as a PE instructor, department chair, athletic director, head football coach, and head wrestling coach. During this time, his wife would tease that he would adopt hundreds of kids every year, football players, wrestlers, and their children's friends. Hoops was persuaded to go into administration, so he earned a second master's degree in administrative supervision from Grand Canyon University. He has one class to complete to achieve his CMAA designation. Renn has built 3 of his own homes from the ground up. As Hoops is getting older, he can feel himself becoming a little less active physically, so he started to officiate football again. Renn has been married to his beautiful wife Val for 34 years. They have 4 children and 4 grandchildren. They enjoy razor rides, traveling, camping, fishing, hunting, and learning. Renn Hoops, CAA, Meritorious Service. Bob Peterson, Meritorious Service. Bob graduated from Hudson High School in Massachusetts in 1973. In high school, he participated in soccer and track and was a member of the Hudson High Athletic Hall of Fame. He received his bachelor's degree from the University of Massachusetts in 1977 and his master's degree in athletic administration from Kent State University in 1978. Bob began his teaching career in 1980 in Moab, Utah, at Grand County Middle School, teaching alongside the infamous Kendra Tomsic. He coached football, wrestling, and track at Grand County High. Peterson returned to Moab in 1994, this time coaching wrestling with the cantankerous Ronald Dolphin. In 1996, he earned his administrator's endorsement from Utah State University. Bob has been a Region Chair member of the UIAAA Executive Committee since 2008. During this time, he has been involved as a member of the association's Recognition and Awards, Realignment, and Legislative Subcommittees. LaDawn, the woman of his dreams, dragged him kicking and screaming to Blanding, Utah, where he is honored to be principal of San Juan High. Bob and LaDawn have 6 children between them and 15 grandchildren. Their hobbies, besides the children, are hiking, fishing, hunting, and making work for Bob around the house. Bob would like to dedicate this award to his daughter Brianne, who is a graduate student at Westfield State University in Massachusetts, and to his son Bryce, who is in the U.S. Navy and a crew member on the nuclear fast attack submarine USS Houston. Bob Peterson, Meritorious Service. Deb Bennett, Athletic Director of the Year. Deb Bennett holds an undergraduate degree from Brigham Young University and a master's degree in Education Administration from the University of Utah. She has worked for 31 years at Tooele and then Skyline High School, coaching basketball, softball, tennis, volleyball, gymnastics, track, and golf. During her tenure as head coach for the Skyline women's basketball team, she qualified for every state tournament and won 2 state championships. Deb has worked as the women's athletic director at Skyline High for the past 17 years, where she has initiated the College Athlete Signing Day and partnered with Skyline Women's Basketball to create the annual Pink Game in order to raise money for cancer research. She has been named Basketball Coach of the Year by the UWBCA, the Salt Lake Tribune, the NFHS, and UIAAA. She has been inducted into the Skyline High School Hall of Fame and the Utah Sports Hall of Fame. Deb has served as president of the Utah Women's Basketball Coaches Association, as a member of the UIAAA Sportsmanship Committee, as a representative of the Region 6 ADEC, and as a member of the Utah Sports Hall of Fame Board of Directors, where she has always been an advocate for gender equality in high school athletics. She enjoys biking, hiking, birding, fishing, and spending time with family, friends, and poodles. She plans to retire May 2017, then move to St. George. Deb Bennett, Athletic Director of the Year.